It's so good to be back on another episode of the Fabric Library podcast. It's been a while, I understand that, but that's because we've been so busy selling fabric. But no, really, it's great to be back. And this time in the studio, we have a very special guest, one of our good clients, Lea Chatila from Home Figures. She's the founder and creative director of Home Figures, a brilliant facility in Al Quoz. They've got a brilliant showroom doing furniture and of course their own facility manufacturing everything as well. So welcome, Lea, on the podcast. Lovely to have you here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
It is my pleasure. I love using the word creative director of a company. It just gives me these vibes of someone being very creative, because I come from a journalism background, and now in our world, creative director means a whole different thing. You look at a scene, you look at some props, and now you can put it together and make a story. But creative in the interior design world sounds a lot like putting a space together. That is why I'm very curious to find out what leads someone towards interior design. And in your case, what was the story? What was that spark and lean towards interior design?
I think it all started when I was really young. Like, I was always a creative person. And always interested in spaces, how they looked, how they make us feel. I used to be the kid in school who used to paint a lot, who used to draw a lot. So I knew I was going to end up in something creative for sure.
Mm-hmm. And that's what led you to interior design?
That's what led me into interior design. What led me actually is that when I was also young, we were in the process of moving houses in Lebanon.
Right.
And I was very interested in the whole process, like how one piece can change the whole space, how one color can change as well, make you feel something completely different in a space. So I was fascinated by this whole world, and I knew that was something I wanted to do.
Right.
But mostly I was more interested in furniture pieces, more than actual interior design spaces.
Right. In Lebanon, of course, since you mentioned that you were there, you grew up in that country. What about interior design over there? Obviously, you studied over there and you practiced a little bit over there as well. How was your experience there?
I feel like growing up in Lebanon as a city, it's very vibrant, and we've been through a lot of things as well. There's like a new architecture, there's like old architecture, there's always people moving around. So it is like a major thing in Lebanon, you know. But people also like get attached to pieces. They move things with them. So like every furniture piece has a story, you know. It's not only about like how a space feels, but what is the story behind this specific piece? Right. You know. Like,
so there's emotional attachment to pieces of furniture,
exactly.
Right.
Like pieces of furniture, they get passed away from generation to generation.
Right. I remember actually, I'm from Sri Lanka, and we run the same business in Sri Lanka. We sell fabrics over there for the same group. And there was one customer that walked in and said, I have this really old piece of sofa. It was, I think, from the 1950s, when the British government left Sri Lanka and when we gained independence. One of the rulers of one of the provinces had gifted that sofa set to one of the families, and they still had it here in the year 2000. And they want to reupholster the thing with our fabrics. And I'm like, this is beyond repair. You know, if we open this up, it might just crumble and collapse. I said, no, we want it exactly the way it is. We don't care what it's inside. So I get what you mean. People have emotional attachment. There's a lot of history passed on in pieces of furniture and all that. Is that something that you also have with pieces of furniture? You're really emotionally attached to it, even when you're making it for someone else?
I do get very attached to the pieces that I create, definitely. Yeah, I do get really attached.
Because you put a heart and soul into making it, right?
Yeah, it is like there's I feel it's something that I created, you know. It's like a creation that I made. So I do get attached to my pieces for sure.
Amazing. And what led you, Lea, to the UAE? Obviously, you studied interior design in Lebanon. You practiced there as well, the whole world of design. What led you to this vibrant country that we're living in?
So actually, when I was working, after I graduated in Lebanon, when I was working in companies there, we were actually designing. It was a firm that was actually designing for hospitality projects here in Dubai.
Right.
So I had to come at some point to check everything that's happening, and then I saw like the potential, and like it's still a city that's building, and you know, like there's a lot of potential here, and I wanted to move here.
That was the time when Dubai was really developing, and you know, all these big projects coming up. Was it 2015, 16, or earlier than that when you moved here?
16.
Around that time.
Yeah.
Okay. And in your early years here, how did you find the industry? Was it very exciting with all the things that were happening?
So here in Dubai, there's a lot of, like, it's still a city that's growing.
Correct.
You know? And a lot of people are moving in, and a lot of people are coming from all around from all around the world to Dubai. So in this field, like it was just starting, you know, because Dubai is still building up.
Correct.
So like new hotels are opening, new restaurants are opening, and new houses are like people are moving in. So like it is like
evolving continuously,
evolving,
and there's always a demand for interior designers because
exactly.
there's so many developments, so many new things coming up. You're right, and someone's always going to have some work, right?
Yeah.
When did you decide, Lea, that okay, you know what, enough is enough, I'm done working, let me start something on my own? Where did that spark come from?
Actually, I always wanted to start something on my own.
Oh, it was a long-term thing. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
like it was always something like that I wanted to do, especially like I was working as an interior designer, but I wanted to have my own furniture collection. Like I was fascinated with furniture.
Right.
Like it was something that I knew I was gonna end up, you know, working in. So I was working here, and then I started like creating my own furniture pieces, and I saw like there was a gap in the market for like new designs of furniture. Back in the time, there were very limited places where you can go and buy furniture from. So I wanted to add like this new touch of furniture, and this is where I started like creating small pieces, and then it grew from there.
Would you say that it has changed the kind of trends and the pieces that are being made now are much more different to what it was maybe about 10 years ago? Has there been a visible change? Because obviously, you know, culture has changed over here. A lot more people coming into the country from different backgrounds. Have you seen that change by yourself?
I've seen a lot of change, especially like people are more invested into furnishing their homes, and they're also more interested in customizing pieces, you know, rather than going to a shop and selecting this ready-made piece.
Correct.
You know,
even
so
though there's
a
like
very big
plenty of options to do that.
There's plenty of options, but people want something a bit more special for their
Correct.
homes, and a bit more something that will fit perfectly in their house.
Right.
You know, like a suit that is tailor-made for you, for example.
That fits perfectly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that why you're calling it home figures? Because they belong in your home? Is that the reason for the name that you have? Or is there any other reason for it?
No, it's just like figures, you know. It can be like sculptures, anything like. So when I look at furniture, for me, it's not just a functional piece, you know. I look at it because I'm really interested in this. I look at it as like an art piece.
Something that lives in your home.
Sculpture, you know, like figures. So this is how it started.
Amazing. All right.
Yeah.
And you start in 2020, one of the most challenging years in the world for that matter, just after COVID. Where did that strength come from and the courage to start in a time that was so difficult for a lot of people?
I think I was lucky enough to start when like the market was a bit different here in Dubai in furniture. So I was one of the new upcomers when it came to furniture.
Right.
And people were more investing in their homes. So COVID, people stayed in their houses.
Right.
You know, they wanted to invest a bit more in their spaces. Like people weren't going out that much. So yeah.
Because they realized they're spending so much time at the house, you might as well make it look nice. Or they must have started seeing the flaws, saying, "Oh my God, so many things could be better in our homes because they're spending so much time." Now, it's interesting because a lot of the businesses that we work with now, yours and a lot of the furniture businesses that are doing really well of late. It's funny, the story is very similar. They all start around the same time, 1920, and I think that kind of ties in what you're saying, that people are a lot more attached to their homes and interiors. They want to actually do things a bit more customized rather than just getting the next available sofa and putting it in there.
Yeah,
So I think that's a really good analysis you've made there. But setting up a company of your own is no easy task. Obviously, you know, you're used to being in the corporate, things are taken care of for you. You get your monthly salary, you're happy, khalas. But obviously, setting up a company comes with its own challenges, with its own, obviously there are advantages, but there must have been challenges and difficulties that you would have faced for the first time, if there are any that you could remember.
Actually, there's a lot of challenges, and I'm still like, every day I face new challenges. It's a process that I keep on learning, you know, but I never thought that it was going to grow this fast. This is one of the challenges. And also, like, another challenges that we face is that when we started producing and, you know, working with other factories, we had like a few, let's say, setbacks, that maybe there were a bit of delays, maybe there were a bit of manufacturing issues. We weren't able maybe to follow up on the quality like as we wanted. But this is where we decided actually that we wanted to be more hands-on on all of our products, and then we decided that we wanted to have our own production facility.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you have complete control of the entire journey of your customers' orders then.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So do you personally get involved in every single project that you take on from a customer? Like you do the drawings, you ensure everything's followed up?
Yeah, I do. I am personally involved in most of my drawings, and my clients know this. I'm very involved. I like it gets. We really get personal. I get to understand their stories, what they're looking for exactly. So it's like a really like a process.
So what's the journey like? Let's say I have a brand new home that I've just purchased, and I come to Home Figures saying, "Hi, Lea, I want to do up my house." What are the services that you offer, and how far do you go in fulfilling everything that is needed for my interiors?
So first of all, I try to understand what is the client exactly looking for.
Right.
Like in terms of do they have a family who's living in the house? What are they looking for? What are they going to use the house for? Do they have a lot of people coming in? Is there anything specific that they're looking for? And then from there, I try to understand a bit their requirements. And then there's a lot of back and forth between us. We try to show them a bit of some ideas from our sides, and then we try to understand what they're looking for.
Amazing. Have you had any such project or any such work that you did that you thought, this has been the most challenging and the most difficult one that I've ever dealt with? I'm starting off with a challenging one, then I'm going to ask you the best one. So
honestly, I don't have any specific challenging.
Okay. Everything was smooth sailing?
Maybe my house.
Too much choice, I guess.
Maybe my house, because when it comes to me, I get a bit indecisive.
Right. What was your best project then? Like something you really enjoyed and you would say, this is what I've always wanted.
A best project? I need to think of one. I don't have...
Right, but there are plenty, I'm sure, that you've enjoyed. And
each project is different,
Right.
Each project has its own story.
So when you say you get involved with hands-on with every single project, what is the day in the life of Lea like? What do you do from morning to evening? What's your routine like generally at work?
So I don't have like a routine. Every day is really different. It depends, Sometimes I go to site visits. Sometimes I go I'm there with the team with the installation. Sometimes I'm in the factory, checking on everything, meeting with suppliers. So every day is different. It really depends. But I am hands-on everything. I do go to deliveries. I do go to installations. I go to site visits. Everything.
And speaking of team, obviously they do a bulk of the work in terms of being at the site and stuff. How easy is it to manage a big team? I'm sure it's an expanding team all the time with your factory and all of that now.
Yeah, of course, but I am lucky enough to have an amazing team. Honestly, they're really supportive with everything, and I wouldn't be here without them. It's good that we're all learning together and we all understand that it's a teamwork. They're also really happy. They're also really happy when they see the final piece coming together.
Right. What do you think Home Figures is best known for? Is it a particular piece of furniture, or do you take pride in the fact that you specialize in everything? Like for example, some might be great with sofas, some might be great with wooden furniture, some are great with joineries. But is there something that you've said that we really specialize in this, and you should come to us for that?
I feel what we're known for is our style.
So the shape and form of the furniture.
The shapes, the forms, we always try to come up with follow on new trends.
Right.
So it's more like our style, I would say.
Okay. And it's unique to the typical modular stuff that you get everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But we do I think maybe as well tables. Dining tables.
Right. And what kind of clientele do you have? Is it mostly expats? Is it mostly people from one particular region, or is it a complete mix? You have all kinds of people walking into you.
I would say a mix. Yeah, we do get people from all around the world.
Amazing. Here, that's great to know.
Typical Dubai.
When did you say, after you started, you said 2020, which year was it that you ended up doing your own manufacturing as well? When did you realize that, now we have to do it ourselves?
I would say a year and a half
Okay.
into the business.
And how easy was it setting up an entire operational factory? Because you'll need machines, people.
No, definitely it wasn't easy. I had to learn everything from the start. The machines, which machines to get, what tools to use. But we're still learning through this process. Of course, there's a lot of mistakes that we've done that we learned from, obviously. But it is as well very rewarding, that we are able to follow up on everything.
Correct.
I know exactly when the item will be ready. I know exactly how the item will look. I'm following each step of it. And especially, it's very important with customization.
Of course.
It's not like a one piece that we produce a lot of it. So you can, for example,
put in the design, start the machine, and let it make.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, is it just you at the top decision making, or do you have a support system in terms of a management system management team that you have at the company? How does it work?
Yeah, we do have a management team as well that supports with everything.
Right.
Like we have our online store.
Of course.
And we have the customization, section.
Mm-hmm. And most of your business must be what, walk-ins or online? Where do you get it from? Is it a mix?
It's a mix. It's a mix. People don't walk in our showroom to browse. It's more to customize.
Okay.
It's more an atelier because it's like a factory with a lot of samples. Every day we have different pieces. Before we deliver the pieces, they can see them. So it's not like you go in the showroom and we have like our collection that is there.
So you don't have like fixed pieces that you say, okay, this is what we specialize in, but anything a customer wants to customize, depending on their requirements, you do it for them.
Yeah, within our style.
Okay, of course, within your style capabilities. So for that, where do you draw your inspiration and your ideas from? Is there a specific way that you find that inspiration? Do you look at trends, or is there something that you specifically do that helps you come up with those ideas?
I do get inspired a lot actually from my clients. When a lot of the times, they come, they tell me, for example, they're looking for something, and then I'll just go, oh, what about we do this? What about we do this? So sometimes it's a problem that we're trying to solve, and this is where we try to find a solution together.
Right.
But a lot of the times, I do get a lot inspired from my clients and from a lot of other designers as well, around.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we have, on the one hand, you have customers, and then you have your own team that you deal with. But then another very important factor that people generally don't speak about are the suppliers and your vendors who you go to. And you know where I'm going with this. For example, the fabrics, the marble, the wood, and all of that. Would you say, in a place like this, it's great to have options because everyone's here. You have a variety of options to choose from. And has it been like that for you, or do you find that sometimes you're limited in your options?
There are a lot of options in Dubai, but I feel it's very important as well to know who we work with.
Right.
It's a trust.
Of course, it's a partnership. Yeah.
It's a partnership, exactly.
And your relationship with Fabric Library, I assume, has been great with Jolaine.
Yeah.
You like her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she speaks very highly of you. She loves you. She's always like, get Lea on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying, but yeah, but it's been great. It's been great. We thank you for the business, of course. It's great to work with companies like you. What are your expansion plans, Lea? Obviously, everyone's talking about the Middle East being, already the next big thing. There's so much going on in the region. You have Saudi and all that. Have you thought about maybe expanding sometime in the future?
We do actually ship
to
Saudi, but we are planning on focusing a bit more in the Saudi market for sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But no plans of setting up there as of yet.
It's a plan.
Okay, inshallah.
Inshallah. Hopefully.
And what does Lea do when she's not working? Any habits or passions that might be worth knowing?
I'm working most of the time.
So that is your passion then?
It is my passion,
course,
honestly. I'm really lucky to be working in something that I love. Only like family and work mostly.
Amazing,
Yeah.
fantastic, love it, love the conversation. But what would you say in these years, of setting up Home Figures, setting up the factory, speaking with customers, having to deal with all these things on a daily basis? Was there ever that one moment that you felt like, what, this is it, this is why I love my work so much? Have you ever felt that way?
No, just being able to see a sketch turn into a piece.
Okay.
This is for me already very rewarding.
Every single time.
An idea that is turning into like a piece of furniture. This is really what keeps me going every day. Yeah.
That is amazing, fantastic. Lea, it's been a lovely conversation. The time has passed. We haven't realized. Thank you so much for coming over and having a chat with us.
Me. Thank you.
Lea Chatila from Home Figures on this episode of the Fabric Library podcast. We'll see you again on another one. Until then, bye-bye.